Pakistan's merchandise exports declined during FY26, missing the annual target by $4.87 billion as export earnings fell despite government efforts to boost overseas trade. According to data released by the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, PBS, on Thursday, exports fell 5.97% year-on-year to $30.13 billion, compared with $32.04 billion in FY25. The figure was also well below the government's $35 billion export target, underscoring the challenges facing Pakistan's external sector. Despite the shortfall, the Ministry of Commerce did not issue any explanation for the decline in exports. Pakistan's exports have remained weak for much of the fiscal year, posting negative growth in most months. While shipments briefly recovered in April, exporters say they do not expect a sustained rebound in the near future. In June, exports fell 9.61% year-on-year to $2.24 billion, down from $2.47 billion in the same month last year. On a monthly basis, exports declined 16.73%. Negative export growth persisted throughout the fiscal year, with the exception of July, when exports rose 16.43% year-on-year. Export earnings fell 12.49% in August, 3.88% in September, 4.46% in October, 14.54% in November, and 20.41% in December. Although exports recorded modest growth of 3.3% in January, they slipped back into negative territory with declines of 8.76% in February and 14.4% in March, before rebounding 14.03% in April and 1.25% in May. Industry experts said Pakistan's export sector faced additional pressure following the conflict in the Middle East, which disrupted shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz and increased freight costs. Exports to Afghanistan, one of Pakistan's major regional markets, have also remained suspended since October 2025, further weighing on export performance. In FY25, Pakistan's exports had increased 4.67% to $32.11 billion from $30.68 billion a year earlier. While exports declined, imports continued to rise during FY26. Pakistan's import bill increased 7.89% to $69.59 billion, compared with $64.51 billion in the previous fiscal year. In June alone, imports surged 26.27% year-on-year to $6.77 billion, up from $5.36 billion a year earlier. Compared with May, imports climbed 24.07%. The sharp rise in imports, combined with falling exports, pushed Pakistan's trade deficit significantly higher. The monthly trade gap widened 57.11% to $4.53 billion in June, compared with $2.88 billion in the same month last year. For the full fiscal year, Pakistan's trade deficit expanded 21.57% to $39.47 billion, up from $32.46 billion in FY25. The widening trade imbalance highlights the continued pressure on Pakistan's external accounts, with rising import demand outpacing export growth despite government efforts to improve the country's trade performance. For more, read the full Dawn story linked below.